Hello, everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. Welcome back to the second part of this session. Now, the family, or the friends and partial family, you've been walking for a period of time, and you finally have made it over towards the Dier estate. Beautiful, large mansion of sorts. 3 stories tall with what looks to be a basement area as well that has been sectioned off since the previous owners. This beautiful architectural artifact of the old world. One of the few things out this far into where the final battle raged that is still what it used to be. Beautiful, large. The finery and work that goes into it seems very clearly elven in creation. And you can tell that they took very special care of the garden outside, though currently the outside garden is not directly tended to as well as it used to. As you begin walking down the pathway, Reyna in the very front, you notice there's, for such a large building, a lack of people. Not a whole lot of presence here currently. You do notice that there is a room on the lower floor with a light on right now. And there's a room on the upper floor with a light on as well, but that's it in the entire estate that you can tell, at least. Reyna, you recognize the kitchen as they were sent to prepare for you to return, and your bedroom where they probably drawn and warmed up a bath for you. To most of the party's dismay, this is an actual castle. This is a dynasty, a beautiful position of class and authority in the world. Sebastian, you've seen this building a number of times, but it still is god-smacking. Of course, Junior and Reyna, I mean, this is just the castle, whatever. It's nice, it looks alright, you know, cool. Everyone else, you're kind of stuck going, huh?
I'm going to take Gary to his room. He's on timeout.
Gary has a room?
His own room, yep.
That's canon now.
Didn't realize you were cut from such a cloth. Well.
Is there a way to get on the roof?
Climbing, usually.
But no, like, roof access.
Are you asking, or are you gonna go do?
I'm asking Reyna.
I mean...
Probably? I haven't really... I mean, there's the top floor windows do open out.
Yeah, I can just do it in the courtyard. Need a good place to do my morning breathing. Drake, you're joining me, right?
Huh? On the roof.
Or in the courtyard, somewhere. Just a good place the sun can hit you.
You don't need to worry about that, you sexist shit! You look at the front door, which is open, and this very, very elderly halfling woman is walking out, having a staff of the Sunseer in her gripped, crippled, or crinkly and ripply, little tiny, disgusting, liver-spotted hands.
Hi, Prita.
How you doing, girl? Come here, come here.
And she'll walk over.
Junior, you walk past and she goes, Junior, how you been?
I've been great. Gary would love to see you. Let me go get him from his room.
Well, you kind of, like, to put him in the room, you have to walk past.
Oh.
So, like, it's on your way up.
Gary's been talking so much about you since your last visit. He wants you to hang out and do the sleepover with him again.
Of course. She pats you on the small of your back and goes to you, Reyna, gestures for you to come down, give her a kiss.
And Raina will, and it's another one of those like having to like.
Yeah. Very small. She's about 3 foot flat. And she like whispers in your ear and goes, we can still get that helmet made for him. I think it's only getting worse.
And she'll in halfling say, "It's you have no idea."
Does anyone else speak halfling? Uncultured swines.
Rolando
Yeah.
does.
I
Oh,
do.
there we go. Woo!
Because
So
of the
does
country halfling.
Yep.
So does Drake.
Halfling is the most sophisticated language. So, as you begin walking in there, Nobu, you bring Gary up towards this room, and you kind of walk past one of her squires, Ulrich. He looks over at you and just nods his head, and he doesn't really say much. He's one of those slick back, feathery haired, pretty human boys, and you're not sure what he does, but he's nice.
Hey, Ulrich. I'm just gonna keep walking.
Hey, little boy, how you doing?
Good. Do you want to hang out with Gary?
Sure.
I'm gonna leave Ulrich in the room.
He pulls
Gary,
out his
yeah.
cigarette and ashes and holds the bowl up in one hand, and he does not ash in the bowl. I saw that look. Jeez.
Playing too many evil characters. Okay, Gary. Yeah, have fun, be safe, don't do anything bad, Gary. Like the bar incident.
A single bubble.
Is it 2 bubbles for no?
I don't think Gary can say no.
Anyways, he walks upstairs holding your bowl in one hand, fingers dipping into the water, and just walks up them. But, so, Pride turns around and looks at everyone else. And who the hell are all these people? Palando, you immediately notice the staff of the Sunseer on her shoulder.
I scoot right up next to her. I'm like, could I see that?
Does a 17 hit.
It does.
Whack! 1 point of bludgeoning damage. You fresh-mouthed little fucking asshole. Even I have half a mind to shove this thing up your ass, you fucking dickwad. You don't ask your lady something like that so forward. You're supposed to... She looks you up and down. You're supposed to buy me dinner first. Come on.
I'm fine. I'll take you to dinner. I just wanted to see the staff. Ah,
Oh, you meant
that
the
really
staff.
hurt.
Oh. I apologize. She hands you the staff.
I look it over, and is this a relic of Sunseer, or is it just a staff for somebody that worships them?
It is a staff given out to all of those that are devoted clerics that sit on the day of the rising sun praying the entire day to her. You know that much about the religion, at least.
Oh, that's incredible. So you really devoted yourself to her.
And of course I have. She's a beautiful woman who seeks to spread the word and make the world a better and brighter place.
Ah, see, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. That's incredible.
Hey, I like this one. A little fresh, but at least he's cute. Takes the staff back. And who are the rest of you?
Was decent in the bar fight too.
Bar fight?
Yes. Well, in halfling, because she doesn't think anyone else could speak halfling.
Yeah.
We'll go over it later.
Aye. And she just eyes Sebastian.
It was all
wasn't-
Gary's fault.
Gary did start it.
Do I hear this while I'm coming down?
Sure.
Yeah, you're gonna need to do the sleepover and talk to Gary. He needs to learn a few new manners or something. It's getting bad with him. He's going through that angsty phase.
That angsty familiar phase.
All right, that's fine. And everyone else, who are you? I'm looking around and I see a new face I don't recognize. Moose, have you popped out of the bag yet?
I've looked, peeked my eye out, just terrified of this woman.
Then she definitely notices you. What you got there, little fella? Hey, come here. Are you okay? And goes over to your bag, Palando, and opens it up. Hey, hello. Are you?
Oh yeah, this is Moose.
Oh, it's so cute. Starts scratching your chin because right now all she sees is a giant rat head. Look at
Mouse
that.
head.
Everyone can hear
Mouse head,
like
yeah.
everyone can hear a constant high pitched sound.
Just from the back of his throat.
Frida,
Yeah.
that's a mouse folk. He's not an actual
A what?
mouse.
He pops out.
What the shit? That is what fucking terrifying shit I've ever heard. It's it's still adorable though.
Yeah. Apparently there's like a clan of them, so I'm going to be talking with Rodan tomorrow about maybe finding them a home.
That'd be nice of you to do that. And I'll give you something good to do. Junior, you're gonna join her, right? You know, get some sunlight.
Yes, I'd love to join her. I gotta pack Gary, of course, but I'm excited. This is the third time I've been allowed out of the house.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't know that we were going to have so many guests today, so I hope the amount of food we've prepared will be reasonable.
We had a little bit at the bar.
We'll hope.
And
I'm
I'm good for tonight on that.
And who's the points at Drake?
I'm sure the food will be wonderful. Thank you for having us. Are you Reina's mother? I truly see where the beauty comes from.
Roll a deception check. Whew, there ain't nothing beautiful about her, not even personality.
Whew.
You sure I wasn't being deceptive?
Deception. Yeah, deception check,
I
yeah.
mean, if you're into it.
Raina's 6 feet tall, and this is a halfling.
19.
I see you got yourself. You must be someone trying to court her then. All right. That's a fair. You're off to a good start.
Who?
You definitely need to
Wait,
do
wait,
more
who?
squats though.
Who?
But I mean, I'm just saying you're physically not up to par for her
No,
typical standards. I mean, you. She lifts your shirt. You don't even have abs. Like, what is going on? That's.
Excuse me. I do.
You're supposed to buy her dinner first, Drake.
I'm done trying.
Oh, come on. And she hooks your arm and starts bringing you in. And you all
Oh,
hear, after he
Jesus.
started saying who, from above your heads, you hear, who?
Oh no.
This is that guy. Is he
Hey,
back?
Keys.
Who? Waves at you. You all look up and you see a very tiny, or actually a full-grown kinku just perched on top of the roof, smiling and waving.
Well, how'd he get up there?
Wings.
Well, how'd he
realized
get up here?
That's what I'm asking.
That's what I'm asking.
No, I'm asking you.
No, I'm asking you.
What's this guy's deal?
What's this guy's deal?
He's a kinku. They only can repeat what they've heard.
He leaps
Sounds like
down.
He wants to fight.
It's a pleasure to meet you. He bows. The first person to ever give me a Kinku NPC. I'm so fucking hyped.
I love
Actually-
kinku so much.
I just realized that none of the players in this game have ever seen Snapper.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Yeah, so am I. Snapper's amazing. But he walks over and like shakes everybody's hand. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I don't know what that is. Is that
Moose-
Keys copying me or?
Yes.
Yeah. Moose, he's a bird folk. So like you, but a bird?
That's not how this works.
That's not how this
He looks
works.
nothing like me.
Nothing like me.
Oh, right. Let's get everyone inside. Apparently dinner is ready.
Now, as you are walking into the estate, Reina, you immediately recognize the very fat very large orange cat that's perched on top of one of the statues. Somehow it's balanced up there. You're not sure how. It looks very paranoid because there's people here.
What is this creature?
It looks
That's
at you.
the cat, Moose.
The eyes immediately dilate when it sees you, Moose.
Morgan, no. Prita will find out.
Starts wiggling its butt.
Moose,
Roll
get in the
animal
bag.
handling. Roll animal handling.
I'm gonna use
Actually,
my game advantage on this.
Moose is currently frozen in fear. The wiggles, they accent the fear.
2020. It pounces down. Now, keep in mind, this is a cat. You cannot force it to do anything, but it will temporarily abide by your rules. It's a cat. That's the best you can get out of them.
No, I know, but she's just eyeing him like.
He starts sauntering.
Well, it's a cat, and he's a 2-foot tall mouse.
Yeah, it's a cat. There's no animal in the animal kingdom with bigger balls than a cat.
It's a fat cat too.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say the honey badger.
Honey
but-
badger, honey badger.
Have you
Okay,
seen
yeah, the honey
elephants?
badger wins. No, cats are way more predatorial than elephants.
Owlbear.
No, I'm talking about
Excuse
ball
me?
size.
Oh. Fucking hate you. But anyways, yeah, you all walk into the estate and start wandering around, and you hear there's some rummaging happening inside of the kitchen. You look around, and there's this grandiose foyer with this beautiful black, purple, and blue sequence rugs and large tapestries across the walls. There's an untold, beautiful, beautiful looking sets of murals to all of the champions inside of this home. However, it is pointedly that the two largest ones are that of Reagan and that of Gabriella. You see, each of them have their own individual portraits inside of here, with their own little tiny coffers placed in front of them for any different sections of worship that people might subscribe to. As you all begin looking around, beyond that, you see the wandering upstairs staircase that kind of whips to the sides up and through the back area. It stretches on... You're not sure how far back, but definitely very far. To your left, you immediately notice that there is a dining hall of sorts. And I say dining hall. There is a table in here suitable for 20 plus people to sit upon it, made of the same log of wood from an ancient tree. Rain, you can easily tell people, because you know all of this historical facts. A single tree made the entire length of the table.
As they're like, she's like doing the tour.
I'm not paying attention. I am looking around, paranoid.
Quite
Rita!
like the gods is in here.
What'd you say, Raina?
She was calling for Prita.
Yeah, what do you need?
That cat needs to be real careful about my friend.
Well, I mean, the pretty boy ain't that pretty.
That's not, I mean, he's not, but I'm talking about the mouse folk.
You hear snickering in the other room between Frida and the last individual who has yet to come out yet.
I'm gonna cast my message spell, minor illusion, and say, "You're bothering Reina. Can you please come out?"
What? Oh,
So-
you're talking to Durian.
Yeah, using minor illusion, just the same words.
Oh, you're the puppy.
Anyway,
He needs so much love.
wants me to take him out again. I take him out like
Alrighty.
2 seconds.
So you all watch as from the kitchen itself, a half-elven individual walks out with a thrown shawl over her shoulders and a very lovely-looking dress as well. Just saunters out, very darkened skin. Clearly, doesn't seem like she comes from a frigid, cold environment like this. And she's carrying a tray that has a very large, what you can only presume is a turkey on it. As she walks over and places it on the table and goes, "Ah, Reina, how you been?"
Good. Got into a little scrap earlier, but
Aw.
things are good.
You have blood
Um,
on your forehead.
shit.
Yeah, she walks over, licks her cowl, and just rubs it off.
Thanks. She'll just kind of like lean into whispers.
Notably, those of you with 13 passives, you see that she has a very intricate, lovely tribal tattoo from the back of her neck draping down underneath her collar, and her hair seems to like almost hide it a little bit as it's draped down on the one side.
Is my dinner ready?
Yes, it is. Upstairs, of course.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem.
We'll
you have new
a-
friends.
Yes, and apparently Prita has taken liking to one in particular, which I don't understand.
Darling, she's fucking with you.
Thank you.
She just starts cackling to herself.
I don't understand her sense of humor. This is Polando, and he's carrying Moose. In the bag. Moose is
Hey there.
I don't see a moose.
He's a mouse person.
You said moose.
Yes, I know.
I'm gonna pop my head out.
You see her eyes begin sparkling with glitter the moment she sees you.
Right? Isn't he the cutest?
Is he staying?
We're gonna be talking with Rodan tomorrow. Or at least we're gonna try and get an audience. Oh, I know. But hey, if it works out, we have his clan here. And there's like 250 of them?
You see that she's physically trying not to squeal in delight and horror.
Moose is gonna pop fully out. Take out an abacus. By my calculations, after roughly half an hour, that is about 5 extra, so 165 at this point.
You also have to remember, it's been over an hour since your last negation to the numbers, so more or less 20 of them have probably died. There's very predatory creatures in the mountainside.
Yes. Hi, I'm Moose.
So they're
Can
in
I
the
touch your
Carven
paws?
Peaks.
I'm sorry. That was rude. That was rude. I'm gonna... And she just walks into the kitchen again.
But they are paws.
Yeah. Let's...
Actually, those eyes, they remind me of the cat.
It's not to eat you. She thinks you're adorable.
Does that mean? What does that mean? This word.
It means like cute, like it's like when you have like a little, God, what would be cute to something like you?
Moose, a cultural issue is cuteness does not exist within your community. There's fear, that's a very predominant thing. There's hiding, that's scared. Survival. There's pretty, there's soft. But like
shiny.
There is very shiny. But you're also like, you're a warrior, man.
I am the warrior of my clan.
You are the best they had to offer.
So she wants to be your friend. Does that
Blood brother.
Okay.
He says in a squeaky voice.
Okay. This is really awkward. Oh God. Okay. Let's just get dinner and then I'll send a messenger to Rodan, and we'll get things moving. Yeah,
So-
that sounds like a good idea.
As you all are sitting around, you see Prida walks out with Keys and Durian. Durian is trying her damnedest not to just stare at Moose with glee, delight, and excitement, much the same way that I look whenever I see any of the doggos enter into the screens.
Yes, and I am giving the look of in a high-pitched voice.
Yeah. And as they are walking out, they're pushing these grandiose, lovely-looking carts filled to the brim with some of the finest food you've ever seen. There's creamed corn, there's mashed potatoes, there's the turkey that was already brought out, homemade cranberry sauce being accessible to you, stuffing, corn on the cob as well. There's pies being brought out to the table. And, well, Raina, it was a meal prepared for you and all of the servants, but, I mean, you'd never eat food anyways. And everyone else is looking going, how many people are eating? Because this is way too much fucking food. Except Junior. Junior, she brings over your cornflakes.
Thank you. Did you get Gary's choice dietary?
Yes,
Food?
yes. Fish flakes.
No, he doesn't just like that. He likes fish sticks and things like that as well.
Yes,
He's a cannibal.
flakes of fish. And she does cut the meat for you to be sure that you don't get any bones that could potentially choke you and kill you.
Oh, just like Mother loved. Do you have any sandwiches with the crusts cut off?
Of course. And she hands one over to you.
Thanks, Prida.
Moose is staring at the turkey,
Yeah.
and he says, "This reminds me of greatest foe."
Gobble. As soon as you say that, Keys kind of just like sneaks up behind you. Gobble, gobble, gobble. And just keeps walking.
There's an immediate puff cloud around where Moose was, as he has hidden under a table.
My heart.
I'm gonna slide a plate under the table for Moose.
I hate
Some
to.
food on it.
I will be right back. I know it's kind of a faux pas for the hostess to leave, but I will be back in just a moment. If you just excuse me, and then she's just.
So you all are seated there, and the servants all come downstairs as well. Nobu, there is a high chair placed right beside you that Gary's bowl gets placed into, with the flakes of fish being dropped inside for him too.
Jiro, did you get my message?
No.
Sorry, it needed to be Discord since I was sending
Got you.
a picture.
So,
Please tell me that's not correct.
Sure, I'll allow it.
so their family follows both goddesses.
Oh, I don't believe in gods.
Makes two of us.
Yeah.
Well, I
gods-
believe-
You don't
know-
believe in them.
I mean,
I just I don't put any stock in them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Have you
but
actually
they
met
are
one of them?
real.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I have. Lady
See,
Sunseer came to my house when I was a child.
Actually, she's
Right.
a person, just like Raina's mother was a person, just like
No, she's a
Lucian
god
was
now,
a
too.
person.
Wait, so you're saying that you're comparing an actual person like Reina's mother to the what we call a god?
Yeah, my mom was almost a god.
Right.
Different levels, but yes, she is a god.
Who is?
Raina's mother and Lady Sunseer.
Okay. Believe what you want. It's fine. I have no opinions on
Right?
how people choose to have religion or.
From what my mom told me, they were all just normal people. She knew them. I
The
think.
gods had the huge war. destroyed like half of.
They were
half of
really
the world.
gods. How are they dying? What happens when a god dies? Where do you think a god goes?
Poof,
God heaven?
never existing again.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they were just very special people.
I
Or
want to
just people
find
believe in-
out. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say people believe in something so much that maybe it just gives it that power. Could be
Maybe.
that.
No, I think they already had that power.
The gods did. He does like quotation marks with his hands.
Yeah, I mean, you don't just say you're a god. You do things that are godly, and people respect it.
So like a king, like a ruler.
Yeah, kings are pussies. They don't do anything themselves.
And there's a thing we agree on.
Can I ask, what is it? A half elf is the woman with the tribal tattoos?
Yes. Yes.
I want to approach her and just, if you don't mind me asking, I was wondering if those tattoos had any symbolism.
Nope.
Okay. Neither do mine.
Insight check.
Go for it.
$23.
She rolled a 2. She's definitely hiding something. Definitely.
After a while of silence, Moose is going to crawl back on the bench and up on the table.
Her eyes immediately glitter.
He's going to do the deer in headlights maneuver and just stare.
She doesn't flinch. She just keeps
Stares
staring.
back.
However, you all see this time a ruggishly good-looking human, past his prime, but not very much. He has a cigar in his mouth that he leaves in one of the coffers not very far away from the door's entrance and walks over, feathering his hair back with his hand as it flows freely from side to side in a mace-shapen mullet of sorts, and he just slides into the chair.
Question.
Yeah?
Out of character. Which coffer?
Which, Imperial.
That's some bad juju.
He sits down at the table, looks at everybody, and goes, immediately starts carving the turkey very precisely with his blade and pulling off a section and getting mashed potatoes and eating it very, very quickly but messlessly.
Does she? Is Raina not eating with us?
No, she isn't.
Well, Rick, do you want to sit next to Gary?
Sure, Nobu. And he
She's got
scoots
some
over.
stuff to take care of right now. But Moose, so we're trying to find a home for your people. Where you come from? What kind of home are you looking for? Do you want it hot, cold, forest?
Safe.
Well, that's relative. I mean, what do you want it cold? You can huddle all together, or do you want it to be warm where you don't have to worry about it?
We
Like
could,
forest where you can hide in the trees? Like what's the plan?
What's a forest?
It's a place full of trees.
Is
And
that a tree?
animals.
And I point to the table.
it was a tree. We beat it. Sebastian.
Trees alive?
The tree?
Trees are alive?
Sometimes.
They don't have trees where you come from? I mean, they're trees.
Lived in the dark. Well, my
Trees
life-
exist in the dark. I've been in the woods when it's at night. I mean, it's dark.
Oh, his dark. Not warm, not cold. Dark.
Sebastian, we could always take him on your boat and go far east, find him an island. They don't need a very big one, I don't
I
think.
guess. Well, not yet. The way
Could
he's calculating, it seems like they.
Populate quickly.
Yeah.
And
Well-
if they didn't have threats, they could take over the world?
Well, they have to grow to the size of where they're
Everything's a
living.
threat.
Oh my god.
How are mouse folk made?
I assume like everything
Same as
else.
regular folk, just faster.
Does Nobu Jr. know how regular folk are made?
Well,
Biologically
Raina-
speaking,
I don't think Raina would like you to ask that question.
well, a regular pregnancy can hold up to 15 pups. About 85 of which will die.
Oh my god.
And that's harsh.
No. They live until week 3.
week 3.
Ah,
Yeah. I'm 7.
So, I mean-
by the way.
So how many is that? Is like mouse folk years? Is that like 1,000?
Moose, you are among the elders.
Yes.
There are those that are in their teens, but you are still considered among the elders.
My great grandfather lived to the age of 13.
Oh wow.
So you're middle aged. You're the old man of the group. Wow.
Yes.
It's unsettling.
I'm gonna point to the now carved turkey. What is this?
That's dinner.
Meat.
Wait, meat dinner? Which one?
Both.
Yes.
Meat dinner. Okay.
It used to be a big bird. Now it's dinner.
Moose,
How big?
these people eat the apex
This big?
predator.
I need. He's gonna hide under the table again.
At
I'm
that
gonna slide
point,
some
Rain
turkey
would
under the table.
come
him.
back.
Yeah.
Again, apologize for my absence. I had something I had to take care of.
What are the chances that there are? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
10 feet.
What?
So, dinner good for everyone? Everyone enjoying everything?
Everything is
yeah.
wonderful.
You hear faint whimpering from under the table.
Moose, is everything okay?
Apparently, we're blowing his mind.
Okay. Did you want something to eat?
How many died to get that? And I point to the turkey again.
Ulrich went out to
The
the
turkey?
woods like
1.
for an hour.
He pulls. He keeps eating. Just it.
And he faints.
Oh.
He'll be fine. Don't worry about him.
So they haven't. He doesn't seem to really understand a lot of what's going on. Is that like a him thing, or is that like a mouse folk thing?
He said he's like middle aged.
He's one of the elders.
I
I'll
don't
scoop.
understand a lot of the things that are going on right now. Like we're here with 3 strangers.
I'll scoop up Moose and put him in the satchel and just turn it away. I've been traveling with him for a little bit now, and he's learned a lot about our world, but there's still a lot of things he hasn't seen either.
Oh, so
And-
so are they like from a different plane?
From what I understand, yeah, I think so. I think they came through whenever the big fight happened 25 years ago.
Yeah, I've asked a couple times. He just keeps saying he came from the dark. I was asking, is it hot or cold, or he didn't even know what trees are.
They live in a hole in the ground. Then they wouldn't know that that's dark.
And
Like,
I I'll see if I can ask the next time Mom visits.
Maybe they
What
mean
if he
like
is the most sociable one, though? That's what you have to think about. There are others.
Have I met the other ones, Jiro?
Not met. You've seen, and they all hid immediately.
Then I would say yes. Moose is probably the most sociable one.
So, what would be a
Good.
good place for them to live? Like, are they good with crafts or like?
Oh, I mean, Moose is amazing with tools.
Okay, so we could see if they could set up like, their own little space with like workshops, and that's how they could trade. And
I don't know if they're all good with tools. I just know Moose is.
Well, they can stay in the dark that way.
Do they want to
just stay-
build their own little town, or do they want to live amongst other people? I mean,
They just want to be somewhere safe.
Tinkertown.
I mean, they keep talking about the dark. We could just send them to the Underdark. It seems like somewhere they know.
There are a lot of
no.
I don't know if that. I mean, that just sounds like a shady place.
Moose,
Literally.
you're semi-lucid right now when you hear that, and you've heard the horror stories of the first generation who tried to live in the Underdark. You came through as 2000. They left as 100.
Moose screams again,
Okay,
which at this
No
point sounds like a
darkness.
deflating balloon.
somewhere under Gabby, then the sun person. I don't know enough about her, to be honest.
The
Lady
Sunseer! The
Yes.
Sunseer!
Yeah, the Sun Seeker.
Blondo
Boy.
stops chewing and stares at him.
Well, almost more intimidatingly, Prida glares at you, Junior. I'll make you wear the helmet again.
I don't like the
Helmet?
helmet. It messed up my hair.
And you'll wear it for an entire day.
Ouch.
Can I take that helmet with me?
No, it's my helmet.
All right.
I made it with love.
It's like the helmet of shame. What is this?
Cone.
Is it like a dunce cap?
No, it's like a horse riding helmet.
Uh-huh.
To protect his head?
Yeah. He had a few
My-
issues when he was younger, and his mother made him wear a whole bodysuit to keep him safe. And the one thing they forgot was a helmet on top of him, so they asked me to make one. And well, it turns out it still fits his tiny head.
After the Nobu incident, I had to live in a bubble for a while.
The Nobu incident?
Yes.
While everyone's discussing helmets, Moose is going to sample the forbidden flesh.
It is absolutely delicious.
The flesh of your enemies.
Is he part warlock? What was that, Jiro?
The sweet, greasy, savory aspect of the turkey, sprinkled generously with salt. Juices. Do you enjoy this?
Oh God, I can't breathe.
I feel like whenever I make a character, Joe just goes ham on it.
Yes. I love this character.
Well, you ham up your characters pretty well.
Yeah.
He's
got a-
actually
he's got a
turkeying
lot
up
of
this
extras.
one.
Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah, Moose, it tastes really good.
Moose is just gonna look back at everyone to the whole surprise chipmunk turn. Just, how?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
How is this possible? I have
Maybe they
tasted
should
such
go under
fresh
Aries.
Oh, that's not. Oh, Moose, what are your people good at? Do they make things? Do they like?
Yeah.
Like a cat hold. Ironically enough, this is the only allegory I have at the moment. Like a cat holding an actual rat. It's like limp, like flopping to the side in the middle of the mouth. He holds the piece of turkey, and he takes out a notebook again. Well, my clan. Just need to double check where I left the fucking thing. Where I left my clan. Sorry, I'm getting the homebrew page again. Well, my clan are the Soft Paw. We're known for being able to use scrapped tools of some sort to make stuff. I got lucky. I got like 3 things I found back home. And he like wobbles through the word home.
So, your people are good at making things?
Yes.
Okay.
And the other clan is Merogard. They are the braver of us.
So they like protect you guys.
Are they here with your people? Or is it just your clan?
Well, I came through with my it's like broken up into like 2 clans, a couple of houses, and like smaller family units. I came with my house. I heard some story about a neighboring house. So maybe we haven't all congregated all together.
Okay. So what would be like your ideal home? Do you want it
Safe.
Right. But like, do you want it in the city? Do you want it outside of the city?
What can eat us in the city?
Cats.
Never in the city.
Outside of the city, though, there's like hawks and
What's a hawk?
wolves. It's a flying bird with talons and a really big
What's a
beak.
bird? No, wait. That's a bird.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Wait,
there's
birds
dangers
fly?
everywhere you
Birds
go.
fly?
Yes.
He's having another panic attack.
It's okay. There's none in here.
Let's just put him in the walls. We'll put him inside the city in a safe place.
So if we were
They
to
just
be
want safe.
okay, so if we were to find a place inside the city that we can make tiny houses for your people and you could trade things that you make, is that a good deal?
No cats allowed.
No cats allowed. Okay, we can do that.
So are we just gonna try to do this in Maida? Or is there
I
a
can-
map somewhere? Like a big map room in this castle? That's out of character.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there would be.
Yeah, absolutely.
There would be a study, definitely.
Why don't we head in there if everyone's done eating? Gary, are you done?
Single bubble.
Okay, Ulrich, take him. Ulrich's still eating.
If
do
you're
you-
if you're good at building things and working with stuff, I heard there's this factory that makes shoes. Maybe you could work there.
I used to be a cobbler.
Shoe factory. Sounds like a myth, like these gods.
Realize your aunt is a god, right?
She was a person. That's what Mom told me.
You all keep saying these things. That, your mothers were gods. Your aunts are gods.
My mother is.
I feel like they were really handing that title out everywhere at this point. If everyone's
Is
a
a god like a
That's what
ruler?
it sounds like. Sure.
It's confusing.
A god's greater than a ruler, Moose. Somebody that watches over the entire plane of existence.
The god to a non-believer. Though.
All right.
This poor mouse.
Yeah.
Moose, it's okay. Let's look at the map and we will figure out a good place for you. Duriana, when you finish, if you wouldn't mind sending a note to Verdan letting him know that I wanted to have an audience with him tomorrow.
Oh, Keys was actually going to be heading into town.
Perfect.
yeah,
Keys,
yeah.
would you mind actually let me write the note and she'll get up and actually I'll go to the study.
You can
and...
literally tell him and he can repeat it.
Okay, and so she'll send him Keys. Say, this is from Rain.
This is from Rain.
I want to have a meeting tomorrow morning.
I want to have a meeting tomorrow morning.
I have an audience that would like to seek refuge.
I have an audience that would like to seek refuge here in Maida. Douche Schnozzle. He heard you say that one summer.
Did not say that. Don't include that one, okay?
Is Dushnaza like a title?
It is
The title I gave him.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
You have that power?
It's a nickname. An unflattering nickname.
He of hairy ass.
Out of character, I like it. In character, my ass is hairy.
No, not you. Talking about him. Keys has been listening a little too well.
He's just like a toddler.
Well, now he's a
everything.
preteen. So
Right. Keys, if you don't mind going ahead and sending that message along while you're in town, I really appreciate it.
it'll be my honor.
It seems like you should write it down.
He's already running out the front door.
I'm
He's
just
running
saying,
ninja
okay.
style, by the way. His feathers are behind him, just running.
Oh.
Okay.
So to the study then?
So I'd just like to point out that Moose has trigger words.
They're all words. They're trigger words.
Gobble.
Gobble,
Everything's usually a
watching,
trigger word.
looking, sees me. Acknowledge my existence.
Tasty.
All right. Marina's gonna get up. Is everyone done?
Yeah, I am.
Sure.
Ulrich, please bring Gary to the study.
Whenever you finish, Ulrich.
He smiles and nods at you. It'll be my honor. You all hear where he's got the phrase from.
No, you don't have to do that. And Marina will just for the office.
Yep. So, Ulrich actually looks over at you, Moose, cuts off the leg, and puts it on your plate. It's the best part.
Moose quickly just strips the flesh of it. Just with a knife, just takes the bone. Mighty weapon.
A trophy, if there ever was one, amongst your community. Congratulations, Muse has already reached his endgame goal.
It is the scepter with which he will rule.
And carved at the top is the sacred Gouda.
Gouda, like cheese. But anyways, do you all follow over to the study?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, Dorena joins you all, and while we're walking through, I can point out where all of you can be staying. She looks at you, Reyna. So, unfortunately, we don't have that many rooms, so a few of you are going to be stuck bunking together. Sebastian, you will be quartered up with the pretty guy, points at Drake. Junior, of course, you will be inside of Reyna's room. Obviously. And Polando, you will be, I believe you'll be most comfortable bunking up with Ulrich.
I'd like to stay near Moose.
I'll bring an ottoman into the room.
That'll work. Thank you.
Just the internal of Moose's mind is she's looking at me, isn't she?
She's trying really hard not to.
Can't wait till you get the observant feat.
Oh, he's role-playing for it. He's role-playing for it. He's earning that one.
Or alert. Just...
Guys, I heard the floor creak. We know. It did it again.
We know.
Moose is never getting any sleep ever again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so in the study would be just a giant map, just absolutely giant on the wall. So, Moose, if you want to take a look here at the map.
Moose, you're muted.
Would he even know?
Moose is looking at the map.
Always gotta look at, why not those ruins down there towards the south? There's probably no one there.
And as far as any of you know, there is no one there.
I mean,
Somebody
they
could
could
rebuild.
locate there.
Just rebuild.
You promise no cats?
We can't promise no cats.
You can't promise no cats anywhere.
Cats are an infestation.
But we can certainly take measures in certain places to keep them out.
You're gonna kill cats?
No, just really high walls that they can't jump.
Cats are liquids. They can get in anywhere.
They're liquid. They're solid. Why does your laws of physics never work, right?
They're more like suggestions in this world.
So, on this map is a part of the world or just Maida?
It's basically Jiro's map.
Yeah, no, it's like a real world map. Updated to this map.
Is there anything going on up in this big peninsula above Maida or Morian? It looks pretty empty.
Roll me a history check.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Can I roll too, since I actually know he's a shut-in?
Yeah. Hey, 16. There's a few tribes that live out there. They don't really like to integrate themselves into society directly. They like to stay much more nomadic outside of politics, stuff like that. Very free living, easy living society. The only communication they have with the Morian and the rest of the Wake territory is they are very avid whale hunters, and they sell the blubber and sell the meat for oil lamps and stuff like that.
Well, other than the whale hunting, that sounds perfect for you guys.
Oh, and the blubber nuggets are so good.
The blubber nuggets are so good.
It's a whale.
Nobody tell him.
You don't need to know.
He'll
Not to worry.
die.
Let's find your home. Let's find your home on this map.
Definitely not Taurus. I still think that if we can work out something with Rodan, I mean, Maida would be fantastic. We.
Do you have a map of this place?
I will next week.
No,
Sorry.
I'm just asking, like, out of character. It's just theater of the mind, whatever.
So
Like, is there a well in town?
there is a well in
Okay.
town. Yeah.
We're just gonna point at it. What's this?
That's where we get water from. There's like
You have a
underground
source of water?
rivers. We have. I mean, there's more than just one.
You have more than one.
Yes.
Is there only one city in the mountains, Leolas?
No. But inside of the Carven mountain range, there are numerous cities, all of which are some of the most difficult and hostile places to try to live. Because Vas Carven is the ruler. And it is a ruler. It is not a, guide or a governor ruler.
I got the wrong impression of Oscarvin.
Yeah, you did.
Who was it that allowed Vas Carven to
I thought it was more of a indifferent landlord situation.
Yeah, who gave her all that land? That
I
ass.
don't know.
You gotta give her like 2 cities. She has another city somewhere, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
That's
No, she
not
has the
enough.
entire mountain range. That is hers. The entire
Yeah.
mountain range.
She asked me for another one. I told her I couldn't just keep giving away cities.
Okay, good. I was gonna say like.
Says
oh,
the guy
God.
that gave Markov godhood.
We needed to make a peace treaty. Would you rather he's in this game killing people?
I'd rather he not be a god.
Can't really the
So-
same power level with that.
So Moose, Midas would be a good fit. I mean, then we could always try Morian as well. Although they do not exactly have a lot of land, but I don't know if you would need a lot of land because you're such a small people.
What do you think I feel? I'm in the land of the giants.
I'm trying to think of where your people's skills would come in handy and where you'd be appreciated.
What about Taurus? Blondo knows nothing about Taurus.
Taurus is
Out
a
of
little
character.
rough.
I want to say something. out of
Morian could be
character.
nice.
Sure, go for it, Moose.
A library. Think about it.
Lucian's
You could just live in
domain.
the library.
Is the whole place filled with foxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want you to. I want you to be able to live somewhere that there are bigger things around you to protect you. If that makes sense. Well, let's see how tomorrow's meeting goes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we can look at a map and point and say, how about here, how about there? Like, I think we need to actually see these places and establish if this will actually work.
You mean we're gonna travel?
I don't see how we could do this any other way, honestly.
Yeah, we'll have to.
We gotta help them get to where they're going. I assume.
Or are they all traveling with us the whole time?
Well, I mean, a pack of 200 and something, I'm not sure the count now,
Over
mice
300.
smoke might cause might cause a bit of a.
Where are all the mouse folk right now? You said
Mountains.
they're near the mountains.
Moose, their exact location is supposed to be kept a very, very tightly kept secret because they're scared.
That's why I just gave them mountains.
Just making sure before you say anything else. Sorry.
Okay,
Mountains.
so they're
So, all right.
they're at the mountains. They don't want to stay at the mountains. We need to find somewhere else.
Right.
Anywhere in here.
Anywhere but
What if we
mountains.
just? What if we just get them access here, and then they just have to get here on their own? We're just helping them get what they need, yeah.
If I'm going to make a
live.
promise that they can live somewhere, I'm going to help them get here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to shepherd 300 and counting mouse folk.
Yes. I mean, you're welcome to go on your way if you feel like it.
I'm not the Pied Piper. I'm quite all right.
Like I said. And that just that assumes that we do find them a place soon. But yes, if I say, hey, I have found you a place to live, I'm not going to be like, and then you're on your own.
You earned that inspiration. Pied Piper.
So, anyway, it seems to be getting late, so, Nibu, I know for certain it's getting close to,
Yeah, my bedtime was 15 minutes ago.
yeah, so you might want to go
You
ahead
look
and
quite
go on up.
exhausted.
I am.
Did you stay up like a big boy?
Yes, I'll be upstairs at your room, Rain.
Okay, I'll be
make-
up soon.
In her room?
Yeah, there's not enough rooms, so people have to share.
It's not Kentucky. Cousins can share a bed.
I didn't know if maybe he was scared of the dark or something.
No, he has there's an extra few cots and things like that.
Well, saying we go back to the rooms. Moose is going to set up two things in the room:
Alarm.
alarm and snare.
Snare is so good.
It really can be.
I'll tell Ulrich about this
Alrighty.
so that he knows what's happening.
Yeah, Ulrich, he'll be with you guys pretty much the whole night. Drake is bunking up with Sebastian because they trust Sebastian to keep a close eye on Drake.
What?
I mean, they don't say that, but Sebastian, you know.
Yeah, you're a new guy.
And Nobu, of course, you have the room to yourself all night long. It's your room.
Wait, I have my own room? I thought it was
No,
in Rain's.
you're going to Reyna's room,
Oh,
but Reyna doesn't need a room.
okay.
Which I have a quick question.
Yeah.
With the human variant, I didn't really need sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that was part of that.
Yeah, you don't need that anymore. That's why he has a room to himself, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good cover for you.
Yeah. So she would spend the night kind of in front of the Reagan statue and ask if she knows where the mouse folk came from, and the next time she can visit to let her know.
All right. You do your nightly prayers and rituals, and everybody else, one by one, wanders to sleep unless somebody wants to do something in the night.
I guess before I go to sleep, I'd want to talk to Sebastian a little bit.
Go for it.
Yes, the existential talk before sleep.
I guess Drake will be like taking off his like rings and bracelets and putting them. I'm assuming there's a bowl there somewhere to put
Absolutely.
your stuff in.
Yeah, there's
Gotta
a
take
washing
them off.
bowl that, you know.
Yeah. Is there a nice big, like, 2-door window, like a nice balcony on it or something?
Sure, yeah.
Nice. So Sebastian, the whole god talk downstairs, that was just a joke, right?
No, not really.
Like a play on words, like, my mother was a goddess, like she was just very nice.
From what I understand, they were all very serious. I mean, I was in the middle of the ocean, and then I woke up in a temple because I was drowning, and I got saved. So, I mean, it's very real.
Like some people saved you and took you there.
I don't know. I don't
But
really know.
You just assume a god.
Yeah, I mean, I believe what they tell me. I don't.
Faith, I guess, is the key. Is the word there.
I mean, that's. I mean, Rain and Nobu, they're. I mean, maybe you've noticed that they're of means. They're kind of.
Yes. Do you see what we're in right now?
Well, people like that, they always feel like they're touched by the divine presence. So I don't know.
Clearly, they're touched by the divine presence. I wish
I mean,
could
there's
have
something
like
going.
This.
There's something going on. It's working for them.
Well, minus all of the god stuff downstairs. I don't really need that. That's kind of.
Maybe that's all part of it. I don't know.
If I were to have to bow down to a god to get this stuff, I think I would choose not to.
Doesn't seem like they're bowing down to gods. They're acknowledging their existence.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I've never seen them really praying, and I grew up in Morian with them, and they've always just sort of said stuff like that.
Interesting.
I mean, I've never seen Nobu like praying to any of the gods, but he is very certain they exist.
I'm sure he thinks his mother's a goddess the way he talks about her.
No, but I mean, she's overprotective for sure. But I mean, from what he said, that she knew the gods when they were, fighting. I mean, like he said, they were people and they were fighting for what they thought was right, and then, I mean, I guess they succeeded in what they were going for, and they've sort of been made into gods. I don't know. It's hard to say.
So her mother was one of the ones like 20-ish, 30 years ago. However long, 25 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's hard to handle. I mean,
it's not about handling something.
Sometimes you wonder if they're speaking in metaphors, and
it seems metaphorical, like a story.
It does, but I mean, sometimes it's a little too real. It's hard to say.
I guess I don't know. But do you want the bed or the couch? I'll take the couch. I'll take the couch.
Right. I was gonna say I'll take the couch, but
it's quite all right.
The lovely velvet seated arrangement that has 3 large cushions and beautiful hand trimmings around the edges. It is an immaculate and beautiful couch, far softer than most beds you've ever experienced.
I get the sleep number.
I am gonna stay up for a bit and sit on the ledge of the window.
The balcony?
Wherever. Just so
there's a small widow's peak balcony.
Okay, yeah. He does remove his leathers and the floofy shirt. He does have a long medallion under there, and on his back is a very large. It's like a wolf's head. No, but yeah, he just goes chills.
As you're sitting out there relaxing and everyone else is going to their different placements, Moose obsessively setting up snares and traps and alarms all over this enormous room that could easily support 10 to 15 of his folk inside of it. Easily. Reyna remaining downstairs and taking a little stroll into the back maze leading to the actual chapel to do your worship and prayer. The large statue that is there as well. Philando, relaxing, breathing. I kind of imagine you're the type of person to floss your toes while sitting on the couch. I don't know, just something
But
about...
yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Something about your character. I imagine he would do that and never think it was disgusting.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just getting tough vibes.
Fair. Nobu, relaxing,
Entertaining.
lying in your bed and looking over at Gary's beautiful wall aquarium that he has all to himself. And of course, Sebastian lying in the bed, shaking his fucking head about the shit you have to put up with. And I believe this is probably where we're ending tonight's session. So, players, thank you all very much, very, very much for hanging out with us. Really do appreciate it. Viewers, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you're watching this in the future, be sure to drop a like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to tune in to twitch.tv/ProDMJoey if you would like to watch live any of our other games as well. Thank you all very much. I hope you have a great weekend. Goodbye.